going on, y'all? It's your boy RC with another video. I'm sick today. I don't know, I feel under the weather today. If I'm sounding a bit off today or a bit low energy, just want to sit here and talk about something a touchy subject with you guys, actually. So very touchy subject. So I am currently on my last day of my detox, right? Today is my 21st day. So I was going 21 days into this new journey, right? But since it is my 21st day, I kind of want to reflect on something and enter a little touchy subject with y'all and get a little vulnerable with you guys. Really just talk about my relationship with alcohol. Yes, I want to talk about my relationship with alcohol, and I'm not even going to be shy to talk about it, but let me just sip my tea real quick and we'll go on ahead. All right. So, as you guys may know, if you're in this journey with me, I'm doing this like 21-day detox, right? One of the main things were alcohol. I wanted to stay away from alcohol for 21 days. And a lot of people probably don't think that's big and that's huge, but to me, that is huge. You know what I mean? 21 days without alcohol is huge. I have never gone a few days without alcohol last year. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I had to, and I'm gonna give you guys a little background on why I wanted to stay away from alcohol. So I wanted to change my life in 2025, and I felt like alcohol was a start. You know what I mean? Besides getting closer to God, I just felt like a lot of my life was revolving around actions based out of alcohol, money-wise, emotional-wise, physical-wise, and started getting lazy, stopped hitting the gym, started spending a lot of money. I'm always out, so there's not a lot of peace. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people don't realize, like, a lot of your peace gets created when you are either by yourself or when you're in an environment that's peaceful. Anyways, yeah, I just feel like alcohol in my life right now in general as a whole is not healthy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need alcohol. Like, I need to stay away from it because there's just no point. And plus, I'm not where I want to be in life. So I feel like adding alcohol into my life will just cause a lot of commotion and cause a lot of corruption in my brain. You know what I mean? My relationship with alcohol, damn. So I actually started drinking alcohol at a super young age. So pretty much I didn't start actually drinking until a few years after this. But the earliest time I remember having a drink was in the 6th grade, bruh. I was about like 11 years old, bro. Long story short, one of my friends called my parents' house phone and he was like, hey, my parents got some Malibu, right? We'll put it in a water bottle. Let's drink it at school. As you see in my previous video, I was a rebellious kid. Well, I won't dive deep into it, but from therapy, I learned that I didn't get the attention I needed, so I just seeked attention in the world, you know? Being a rebellious kid, I'm like, hell yeah, let's drink, ooh, this and that. The day came. That morning, I see my friend in class, and he's like, I got the bottle in my backpack. And he has a water bottle full of Malibu. Like a water bottle full of Malibu. Out of all the drinks, Malibu. Anyway, our dumb selves, young kids, 11 years old, however old we were. We started drinking that in class. Bro, he rolled it under the table, thought I was slick. Ooh. Rolled it back. Pretty much by like second period or third period, we were like drunk, right? And next thing you know, I just remember the security guard pulling us out of class like, hey, you guys gotta come with me. And I just look at him and I'm like, damn, we effed up, man. We effed up, we got caught. So then I just remember going into the office. I seen everybody looking at me, all the staff, and I'm like, damn. And they're like, what are you guys doing? What happened, right? And I was like, I don't know. And then pretty much they were just like, oh yeah, we know what you guys are doing. We're not stupid, this and that. And I'm like, damn, you gotta call your parents and the police. I'm like, oh man. So I was just scared. I was scared for one reason. I love my pops to death, but my pops was a physical person, if you know what I mean. So I'm like, please do not make me look like a fool in front of the school. Police come in, question us, all this and that. And then my dad comes and I'm like scared. I'm like, oh, I'm about to cry, bro. My dad comes in and he sees me and he just straight yelling at me in Tagalog. And then the police had to stop this man. I was like, that's my kid. And they're like, no, you can't hit your kid, this and that. Blah, blah. Yeah, that was so embarrassing. So we got suspended for like 5 days or something like that, like a week. And I just remember coming back to school and I was like the laughing stock of school. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I wasn't popular or nothing, but I knew a lot of people, you know, people knew me. And everybody's like, damn, I heard you got your ass beat. Sorry. Damn, I heard you got your butt whooped by your dad in front of the police. So everybody was making fun of me and I was just like, oh man. It wasn't until high school, shout out to my cousin, I love you, but started kicking with my cousin and his friends, and then that's when we were kind of like drinking, whatever, you know. Started at a young age, so all through high school, Started drinking, smoking cigarettes, partying, you know what I mean? Can you imagine we were like 15, 16, 17, already partying, house parties, you know what I mean? Like there was like drugs involved, everything, like, you know, so, and I ain't gonna lie, like I tried a lot of things, you know, we all experiment, whatever, we have our stages. We're not gonna get into that. We're talking about just like alcohol. So, and then once I hit 21, obviously, like you seen in my last video, my world changed, man. I was going out, I was going crazy. A lot of things happened, man. A lot of things happened that included alcohol, and I started drinking more, and I kind of was just like living a lifestyle where it was like, I was always outside and I was like, I don't really have any consequences. And I was working a lot during that time, you know what I mean? Because I dropped out of high school and I started working. I dropped out of high school when I was like 17. And then 17, 18, I already started working. Like I was like, I think I was working at a bread factory or McDonald's, one of those things. So obviously I'm making my own money and I'm thinking I could spend this money on whatever. You know what I mean? I could spend this money on whatever. I was just kind of living a lifestyle where it's like, oh, I could die tomorrow, so let me just like live it up to the fullest, right? For a while I just felt like I was existing and I wasn't living for a purpose, you know what I mean? It sounds sad, but it kind of is. It's just like I'm living to have fun. All throughout the years I was like drinking, going out, you know what I mean? There was fights involved. I seen a lot of things, and I started being an angry drunk. I ain't gonna lie, I was like a fun drunk and also an angry drunk, and it didn't really make sense to me. I wouldn't even blame it on the alcohol. I just thought it was me and who I was, you know. So that's how it started. And there's just a lot of stuff that happened to me with alcohol being involved. It didn't teach me anything at that time, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Moving forward, I just kept drinking and driving, you know what I mean? I had a lot of, I was kind of the type of person that if I was driving, I wasn't one of those people that's like, nah, I'm driving, bro, I can't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, just one drink or two. Nah, if I was driving, I'd have like 6, 7 drinks in me. I'm like, I'm good. 10 drinks in me, like, so irresponsible and dumb. You know, 2015, 2016, I got my first DUI. A lot of people out there don't know that, but that was a pretty messed up story. So it wasn't just like a DUI. I crashed into a lady in her car. Unfortunately, I'm sorry to that lady. I just want to apologize. I was super young. I hope you forgive me. So pretty much, me and the homies went to LA for a trip, right? We went to LA for a trip. For some reason, we were just like, you know how you celebrate after a trip, like you just still in vacation mode. So we got off work. So my coworker, that's my homie, he was like, hey, let's go to my place and let's all just drink. Let's get the guys together or whatever. And so we're drinking at his spot. This was like 12 o'clock at night. So we're drinking from 12 o'clock until like 4 or 5 in the morning. So once it was like 5 in the morning, I kind of like looked at my phone and I was like, oh damn, I was living with my mom at the time. Like my mom was like, man, she's gonna be tripping. Where the hell are you? Like, all right, let me get home. So I just remember like trying to get into my car and my homie's like, nah, give me your keys, nah. And I'm super hard-headed, dude. I would probably fight somebody to tell me what to do. So eventually they let me go. And from what I can tell y'all right now, just to be completely honest, like I was blacked out drunk, man. And I'm so blacked out drunk that I could barely like see like pictures of movies. So we were by Geneva and all that, y'all know, in San Francisco. So we're by Geneva and he lives like a couple streets behind Geneva. So literally I'm going down Geneva. I didn't even make it 3 blocks. Geneva and where Bayshore meet. I just remember driving and some lady was in front of me and I'm literally driving full speed. For some reason, I just hit this lady at a red light. You know what I mean? Boom, hit this lady at a red light. And I just remembered I kind of like sobered up, but I'm still drunk and I'm like, damn. First thing I thought of, which was so greedy of me, man, I messed up my car. I wasn't even tripping about the lady. You know, that's so messed up. That's so messed up. Get out, I wasn't even tripping out about the lady. And she sees me and I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And I'm looking at my car and I'm like, oh man, my car is messed up, right? I just remember I was like, oh man, how am I gonna get home? Not even tripping that I'm drunk. She's asking me, she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, are you okay? She's like, yeah, I think so. And she's like, looking at me, I have to call the police, blah, blah. And I was like, no, don't call the police. And she's like, are you drunk? And I was like, nah. And I just remember texting my boy. I was like, hey, bro, I think I'm going to jail this morning. Like, bro, I crashed down the street. I remember the police come in and then EMT come in. Obviously, they had to go check if she's okay. And from what I remember, like just talking bad stuff to the police, you know what I mean? Just being stupid and young. They're like, are you drunk? Ooh, this and that. And I was like, nah, like, what you talking about? And they're like, we're going to ask you again. You know, if you deny it, we're going to try to test you in the station. And I was like, I'm not drunk. Like, I'm not. Obviously, I'm super drunk, right? And, yeah, so ended up going in that morning. And obviously, if you don't know, they put you in a holding cell. They call it the drunk tank or whatever the case may be. 5 in the morning, I'm in a holding cell. Just remember, like, not even remembering what happened. Like it didn't even settle in with me. And I just remember people coming in and out like all morning. People remember falling asleep on a day. And so I fall asleep and I wake up and I don't even know what time it is, but I know it's really later because there's like a new set of people. So I'm like, damn. And then I knew it was really later because they gave us some food. You know what I mean? They gave us a little peanut butter jelly sandwich, whatever's. And I'm just knocking on the thing. I'm like, hey, how long am I going to be here for? And they're like, we don't know. Eventually I got out and they're like, you're good to go. And it was probably about like 4 or 5 p.m. And I just remembered, I was like, damn, my phone is dead. I have no money. Get home, I'm gonna try to hop on the bus for free, whatever. One of my best friends, Mike, he literally lives down the street from the station in Redwood City. So I'm like, maybe I'll go knock on his door. And I was walking down the street, and this is so godsend, it's so weird. When I'm walking down the street, I see a car driving, my homie Rick's car, and I'm like, hey, Rick! Right, I'm screaming. Stop, and they reverse, and it's Rick and Mike. And I'm like, what the hell? And they looked at me, they're like, bro, what are you doing here? Showing a little jail bag, and they were like, bro, what the hell? Now that I'm reflecting on it, it could have been way worse. You know what I mean? Now that I reflect on it, it could have been way worse. I could have killed a lady. I could have killed myself. I could have killed multiple people. And like, people don't realize how dangerous it is. You know what I mean? And it's funny because like, in a society, we make it so normalized that we could drink and drive. Even if you have 1 or 2 or maybe 3 or buzz. But it's like, look uncool and this and that. But nah, man, like, in all seriousness, like, F what everybody else says. Like, forget what anybody else says. Who cares, man? Like, I'm really at this point where just this year getting closer to God and detox, and I'm just really at that point where I'm like, people's opinions really do not matter, especially if they don't pay your bills, if they don't bring no positivity to your life, if they're not helping you, if they're not loving you. They're just opinions of like almost like random people. Like that's just the icing on the cake, man. I had a lot of situations, you know what I mean, like a lot of situations with alcohol that really changed my life, you know what I mean, at work, at home, you know what I mean. I seen a lot of fights and weapons used, like, you know what I mean, stuff like that. And like friends who passed away, you know, alcohol involved and drugs involved, rest in peace to them. It scares me, it steers me away. Yeah, so 21 days into this, so technically I'm done with my detox. But to be honest, like, I don't feel the need to start drinking again. And like I said, maybe I will have some drinks later on, who knows. I just feel like when the time is right. What I do know is that I don't want it to take over my life. I don't want it to influence me in a different way, in a different path. Anybody out there that has like an addiction or has like an issue with something sort of like an addiction, I know it's hard. I know it might seem impossible. Maybe give your life to Christ, man. I mean, he's gonna help you. He might. And the other thing I want to say is, like, anything is possible. Your mind is such a strong thing, for one. And for two, imagine all the energy you give towards that addiction. I know it's super hard. I get it. But imagine what you could use that energy on. That's what I was thinking to myself. So passionate about drinking and partying and that lifestyle. But I'm like, damn, if I'm so passionate about something, why not use that passion and energy for something way more positive and way more better, you know? So as you see, I'm stuck at home sick. Really got nothing else to do. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. The next video, we're gonna see if I fell off or something. But until next time, y'all. Peace.